Dear my little journal, there's so much here to learn, to see. There's so much scope for discovery. If you're in for a good adventure, then the ocean is the place to be. There's so much beneath the raging waters, blue, rolling with such an offer, sweeping and pushing me into adventure. We shall make our journey together. My binoculars raised up so high, seagulls soaring through the sky. A tail breaks through the surface of the sea as I hear something calling to me.
Ocean Mother, why do they come? The humans in their fog, how can we just succumb?
Lower your tail and listen to their oil pail as they approach our kingdom.
What do you hear, my old friend whale? What do you hear that makes you so drear?
Inferior creation, I say. CO2 seizes more of her home and family every day. I swim deeper until I find my mother, leaving the figure in wonder.
Tears well in my eyes, seeing the whale so desperate, starting to cry. I truly did not realize the harm that we inflict. I need to help the whale this instant.
The colors I once flaunted, the bright blues, pinks, and greens, have drifted into a pale gray, each ounce of beauty sucked out of me. I've become a dull shadow, whispering for plea, dreaming of the day I can finally be free from the hot prison incarcerating my body. The fish used to color the oceans, turn the water into a collage of motion. I used to be the place where the fish dwelled. It was truly an amazement to be beheld. Moments later, a figure stares at my gray colors curiously, reminding me of my previous glory. But she possessed something that I had never seen before. There was a fire in her eyes, burning more and more. She was not like the others, blind to our plight. She was a fighter, full of might. I mustered the word help, barely, and to my surprise, she nodded and left the water gracefully.
I was in awe, seeing those waters so acidic, so harsh, forcing a whole ecosystem into the dark.
I take a long glance at my 3 cubs, standing alone ashore, and then look up at the glacier that was once our home.
Why?
My cubs asked.
Why do we have to go away?
I just shook my head and told them that there was no other way. So when I see a shadow of a human at the mast of a ship so tall and proud, I feel a hint of anger, more so a wave of sorrow. I wail bitterly, loud as I can. You creatures dare bring your boats to this very land that is slowly melting away. Melting thanks to your factories, greenhouse gases, and industries. Our oceans heat up, melting our ice. But soon, you will have to pay the price. As the oceans rise and flood your land, then only will you finally understand.
Although I have never walked in your shoes, the least I can do is hold the door for you. Dear my little journal, because of humanity did this problem arise, and humans themselves would save oceans from demise. Working hard and fast, we would make it right at last. Now and onwards, we will make a change. Solar panels will be seen in every lane. Windmills shall fill our very terrain. We will rebuild ecosystems that absorb CO2 to return our oceans to that beautiful bright blue. Nature itself will help heal the planet, causing the holes in the ozone layer to vanish. Our world leaders will be devoted to the climate and will lead us through this dire crisis. They will all take eco-friendly measures to redeem Mother Nature's treasures. Transportation will be reimagined as a new era of electric cars begins. Alternative trucks with less fuel for power slowly diminish the threat to our waters.
My song has woven its way to my mother. I flip in the air, lift my free tail, and immerse myself into this crystal beauty.
Like how anger brings calm and calm brings beauty, the once burning, raging water has simmered down to a tranquil, serene blue, dragging along color back again anew.
The water, once leveled so high, has lowered down at long last. I press my paw into the thin sheets of ice, and this time it doesn't hide in the water, blinded from the future. It stays because hope is still hugging Earth.